Our nation's most enduring symbol is on display in Springfield, emblazoned on the national flag truck. The traveling exhibit Honor Our Flag ceremony was held at the Lincoln Home National Historic Site. The National Park Service and the City of Springfield are hosting the exhibit honoring the American Legion.
Well, these national flags have been touring for the last 17 years. The first one used at Mount Rushmore to cover the Lincoln figure, and we were supposed to take it to all the Lincoln sites. We're finally getting here after 17 years.
The rolling exhibit has logged over 1 million miles since its beginnings in 1984. The attention is centered on the national flag truck as a symbol of American patriotism across the country and around the globe. Lomac Payton calls this an emotional experience.
It just means an awful lot to be able to participate in this, to help raise this flag and to hold it. And my mind just kind of goes back to when I was in school and was taught what the flag stood for.
The event included a color guard and the unveiling of 3 300-pound national flags, all measuring 45 by 90 feet. They were unfurled at the Lincoln Home site by the American Legion, National Park staff, and dozens of volunteers. The highlight of the program was the raising of the 48-star World War II American flag over the Lincoln Home site. The visit by the traveling national flag exhibit serves as a reminder of our nation's commitment to freedom.
You see the American flag in all different situations, you know, hanging from buildings, from houses. But to actually see a flag of this magnitude is emotional.
And the hope that this simple cloth of red, white, and blue will always be cherished wherever it flies across our country.
Highland Games, an ancient form of competition that dates back thousands of years. In the second story, people come from across the Midwest to witness the realization of a goal that took one man 17 years to accomplish. And in our last story, we hear why basketball is more than just a game as we talk with coaches at a Gus Macker tournament. Stay tuned. In this first story, we visited a Highland Games competition at the Chatham Sweet Corn Festival and talked with people heaving a caber.
Highland Games are held throughout the country. The early ones in the year, maybe in February in the southern part, Florida, and our last games of the year is late October. So they go all year long, and there's probably at least 100 Scottish Highland Games celebrating the heritage all year long, all over the country. I go to 18 events myself. Kilt has a long history associated as well, and if you're Irish, your kilt tartan, which is the plaid, originates from the county that your relatives were born in. If you're Scottish, there's usually a traditional kilt tartan that's associated with their family. So most of these athletes are very proud to wear the kilts and their families and their ancestors.
If you know your heritage, then you tend to wear the kilt from your family. If not, there's like general kilts that are pretty well open to the public.
The kilt is fairly traditional, except these are made out of polyester. They're designed pretty much for competition. You'll see some dress kilts around here where they actually buckle with a double leather buckle on them. These are held together with Velcro, and they have traditional tartans, traditional patterns, but they are made pretty much for competition. Some guys will wear them mountain biking, trout fishing. You'll even see some laborers, roofers wearing kilts.
This is a Macduff, hunting Macduff. This is a very ancient pattern, probably back to the 1700s. And my mother's family came from that part where the Macduffs were in authority, Fife, basically. Other than that, you know, you got to have the equipment to protect you. When you get as old as I am, your ligaments get rusty, and you want to have a lot of neoprene. I'm the king of neoprene. I got neoprene on everywhere. Even where you can't see, I got neoprene. There's a whole lot of effort that goes into this. If you're going to be good at it, you have to focus and dedicate for it, just like any sport. A lot of weightlifting, a lot of proper eating, a lot of training the events. In fact, the technique is probably more important than if you're not strong enough, base level strong enough, all the technique in the world won't help you.
It's more of a hobby than anything. You know, I got buddies that lift, you know, set schedules and try to peak out for it. I just show up and throw the heavy things.
I come to Springfield all the time. They run 2 games in Springfield, one at the State Fairgrounds inside in the Coliseum, and the second one is in May outdoors. So I've had experience with this area. And actually the Masters World Championships are in Oregon, and so this is kind of a tune-up, you know, leading up to that.
I think the 2 sort of marquee events that people see a lot and are first tossing to sheath, which is a 16-pound bag of polypro that's thrown off the end of a pitchfork, and that's thrown for height as well as accuracy. And the caber toss is the other big one, where you're basically throwing a tree trunk.
There's anywhere from 9 or less events. I think we're running either 7 or 9 today. There's 2 stones that you'll throw kind of like shot put.
Call it the Braemar stone throw. And basically, if you ever saw the movie Braveheart, where right off the bat they had to, you know, see if you can hit him with a rock. In there, we're not allowed to move our feet. It's a standing put, and usually the rock's a little heavier. From there, we go to open stone. It's very much like the shot put. And we can spin, glide, do whatever we need. After that, we have 2 different weights, 6-pound for distance and a 28-pound for distance. Both of them are one-handed throws. I guess we do the hammers next. And unlike the Olympic hammer, we're not allowed to spin. Our feet got to stay in position.
I see a lot of big guys out here, but what I think you'll find is that it's a lot more about technique and practice and being able to master the weight as opposed to trying to weight.
I don't know if you guys were here earlier, but Rick set a new world record in the weight for height for his age group, 18'3", broke the old world record by 1 inch.
And you can't imagine how thrilled I am. I never thought in a million years I'd set a world record in this. I've been just thinking about this all week. I've done it 100 times in my head all week, and it paid off.
I have all this equipment in my backyard, stands, the weights, the hammers, the cage, I have everything. And so if I'm lucky, once a week I'm out there practicing on something. And when I'm not formally practicing, I'm in the grocery store going through my steps, trying to figure out. My wife thinks I'm eccentric, and my neighbors think I'm crazy. I'm 2-time world champion, 2001 and 2003. The 2003 games were held in Springfield, right up here. That's where this ring came from. That was a terrific event. We had like 80 athletes from around the country. This year they're held in Winston, Oregon. It's next month. I wanted to come here as a tune-up. It's the same format, the 2 hammers, the 2 stones, where you don't always see that in some of these games. So it was an opportunity for me to get a real good tune-up, a lot of good work in for Winston. I drove 7 hours to get here. I know that everything's going to be taken care of. The equipment's going to be good and solid. If I try for a world record, the weight's going to weigh out. It won't be light, and therefore the record be denied. So you know who's organizing it. You know what kind of venue it is. And, you know, this is a perfect day. Like, what could you ask for here? It's wonderful stuff. These games have been going on for 1,000 years. All right? The Scots, when Malcolm came back out of England and took over Scotland, he had a games. That was 1053. The Macbeth, the real Macbeth, that fight, and the sort of celebration games started the Highland Games. So for 1,000 years, people have been doing this and perfecting these events. And the tradition alone is enough to make you respect it and to keep you in order, keep everybody happy. Everybody is out to help everybody else. Instead of trying to play a game or get the edge on somebody, people are always coming up and saying, hey, if you'll just turn your hands or straighten your arms or whatever it is. This is unlike any organized sport I've ever been involved in. I've been involved in 40 years of organized sports. It's terrific camaraderie. Afterwards, everybody just gets happy, and you know, you're so tired at this time of the day. There's not enough strength left to be mean to anybody.
Have you ever set a goal but never accomplished it? Time passed, things came up. All along, though, you remembered that original goal. Well, in our second story, we witnessed the realization of a goal that took one man 17 years to finally accomplish.
Well, this is the basic traditional kilt that we're wearing. The tartan is called Pride of Scotland. It's not involved with anybody's name. It's a relatively new kilt. We just like the colors of it. Everything else is pretty standard Celtic dress, no pun intended. This is the modern Scottish pipe band's outfit. We will be playing a tune that's called Men of the West that's supposed to have been a tune that Lincoln used when he was campaigning to run for president.
Flag truck program started under President Kennedy. I came on in 1987 under President Reagan. That there'd be a special truck that just does under with no cost to the government or taxpayers that would carry pickup number 1, transport our honored war dead, carry treasures, and of course a historic collection of flags. I came on with the flag program 20 years ago this year. We got the first truck that I was involved in 1988, and we ended up taking that to 34 foreign countries. First American truck carrying the first American flag under the English Channel 10 years ago with the 50th anniversary of D-Day. The program and the truck is used, the word is intergovernmentally. Any government agency can use the program. So we're always often in a different direction. The truck presently is under the Department of Justice, for example. So we never know where we're going to be or what we're going to carry.
All right, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. All right, kids, come out from under. Ho! Kids, come out from under.
Basically, the flags are flown and the truck attends over 40 government ceremonies a year, yet any city in town that's having a Founder's Day or a town birthday can request the flags in the truck.
And that's where we come in. I'm the event coordinator for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. I act as a liaison between all our major event producers and the city. I'm here to help if they need if they have any questions, or to help with permits, or help with promotion. A lot of our work is with PR. We get the word. When I came into the project, we were still coordinating. It's simple things: how he's going to get here, who's going to meet him, and then within the past couple days, we just started setting up, figuring out where the crane's going to go, and that sort of thing.
So he can boom out and swing. So we know if we take the peanut just about directly in with the chimney, the way it's going right now, it's probably going to blow back between the trees.
Sure. Right. I think it's going to be absolutely perfect.
Really, it's been very easy going. Superintendent Lasardi is very organized, and this is nothing for him. I would say that the biggest stress I have is making sure the word's out there.
This is the first time that the flag exhibit has been here since its inception. I'm hoping that it will raise the awareness of the patriotism that we have for this country and honor the flag as is due. This country was founded on the premises of freedom and liberty and democracy, and that flag, our American flag, symbolizes that. And what better place to do it than right here in front of Lincoln home, who's a great believer in the Constitution.
All right, if we could all bring the flags down to waist height and try to line up with the flag in front of you.
A wonderful opportunity to honor our flag and to present the flag to the general public, to give the general public better understanding and appreciation for what the meaning of the flag is all about.
And I can tell where we're at.
Where you're
See,
at,
people are going to be amazed at how much blue, but the blue just keeps coming, and the stripes still haven't come yet, you know, this type of thing.
The Mount Rushmore flag was the first flag, and there were 21 flags in the collection. The Mount Rushmore flag is the crown jewel, the first one, used in '87 for the 50th rededication of the Lincoln figure on Mount Rushmore. And in Life magazine of that year, it stated that following Mount Rushmore, that I would be taking the Mount Rushmore flag to all the Lincoln sites, the Lincoln home, the tomb, the boyhood home, and the birthplace. Well, we did all that, but we never got here until now. So it's taken 17 years, significant tonight, that finally the Mount Rushmore flag is going to be one of the 3 flags we unfurl here tonight.
And connect to the other end, because we're short of people down there. Now this flag here, we're going to move forward, and then we're going to back it here on the side of the home, on this side here. Watch your step on the curves there, ladies and gentlemen. Pass it along also. Pass it along. Watch your step if you're moving. Now we need some children under the flag. This is the center of the, there we go.
It's always very special when a community gathers as a community, as friends and neighbors, to raise the American flag. So we're going to, I know the superintendent is going to lead us now in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the reviewing of the flag to My Country 'Tis of Thee, and then we'll raise the flag to the national anthem. So we'd like you all to listen to the words, and then the flag will be raised on the final chorus. Thank you very much.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's just amazing just to watch it go up. Oh, yeah. The other two ones but just to be here and be with all these people and enjoy this day, just phenomenal.
They don't realize how big it is until she starts going up. And it's fantastic that so many people came out.
Yeah, the third time, and it still brings a tear to my eye.
That's right. And guess what? You're going to see the fourth time.
I know.
I've never seen anything like it in my life, you know. We're from up north near Chicago, and those people that live up there, they're too busy for anything like this. You get in the small areas, Springfield area or downstate, in the small communities, that's where the Legion shines. And this is just unbelievable. It really is. I've never seen anything like it.
In our final story, we visit the Gus Macker 3-on-3 tournament. Whether you experience the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat, coaches and players alike realize the value of having good sportsmanship.
I coach between 9 and 10-year-olds. At that stage, also depending whether it's boys or girls, there's so many different levels of competition. You know, you have one girl that's just above and beyond her years, and the other ones that's just starting out. Some haven't even played, you know, they're just starting out. My girls, unfortunately, they've been playing for a few years, and they've actually played together. So it's been, we had a good game the last game. But the girls that age, a lot of them are just learning, or they've been playing for a few years, and they're good. So you kind of have either or. There's not really a happy medium. It's not like high school. It's not like college. It's just outside having fun. But on top of that, it's extremely competitive. You know, these kids, some of them, these kids, this is their little limelight. You know, some of them don't get any farther in this, and this is their limelight. So I think it's great because it encourages them. You know, and encourages their motivation. It encourages that positive work ethic attitude. You know, so I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great for being a coach. You know, because I kind of get my limelight too. So
the playing part is really fun. I really enjoy it. The coaching part is a lot of fun also, but it's a different thing. It's for our kids and that kind of stuff, and we want to promote that. And when father and daughter or father and son do something together where they're both cheering each other on, I think it's a good deal all the way around.
You know, you can have those competitive parents, and there was another league that I was in that I reffed in, and it was very much that way. And it can be hard on the children because they're hearing the parents say one thing, they're hearing coach say another thing, and they're hearing somebody else somewhere else say something else, you know. So they're trying to listen to 3 different people, and it can confuse a kid that's in my age bracket, 9 or 10 years old, you know. So it's best that they need to learn the respect of the coach and of the referees, of what they say goes, you know. I mean, they just need to lean that leadership.
Well, the coach is here to manage things and monitor the kids so they behave and play like they should. It gets a little bit rough out there, and without the coaches, sometimes referees like get a little rough, but the coaches need to maintain that. But you want to teach your girls, in this case my girls, I want to teach them that they need to play like they're going to play on the courts. Hopefully these girls are going to grow up and be able to play 5-on-5 basketball, and that's why I'm doing this. So I've got an older boy that's played for a long time, and then I've got a younger boy, but these girls, this is their second tournament. We played at Quincy earlier on this year, so it's only their second time around. And we didn't win any games, but they had fun.
We lost every game, though.
You guys have fun playing?
Yeah.
Well, basically, all teams start out in the top bracket, and the losers move down to the bottom bracket. And then if you lose there, your second game, you go into what we call the toilet bowl.
We won the toilet bowl champion. We're the toilet bowl champs. We went into the losers bracket, and then we beat. We played the junior Sykes, and we beat them, and so we got the toilet bowl. He made the winning shot.
We just had some kids come up just now and said, we're going to win the toilet bowl championship. We won it last year, and we're going to win it again this year. So I guess they said, we're not very good, but we like to play. It's fun to win when you're not that good, I guess.
We played last year, won the toilet bowl, the division where you lose, I think, your first 2 games. And to those kids, my son and his kids, it was like winning the Stanley Cup or the Super Bowl. trophy. You know, they gave us one trophy, and the kids talked about rotating it every week at their house and stuff for the rest of their lives. And it was great because they won 3 games on the Sunday, and as a parent, it's fun. You know, it doesn't matter if they win or lose. It really doesn't, but they got to play, I think it was 5 or 6 games. They had good competition. The sportsmanship was great from every team we played, and the parents were great. It's a wonderful event, and as a parent, it's just fun to be a part of, too, to see the kids have a great time. But it's been great, and it's fun because I'm wearing 2 hats. I like that. I'm busy. Yeah, I'm representing Horseman, and happy to do that. It's fun and just kind of troubleshooting a little bit and helping out wherever I can. We were approached over a year ago when they decided to possibly have it downtown and move it from somewhere else they had it, and we were happy to be a part of it and said, yeah, you can use our parking lot. It's during a weekend. We do have some employees coming to work on weekends, but we still have spaces for them, so it's okay. It's worked out. We want to be a good civic partner, and I think it's been a great relationship. And this year, the second year we've had it downtown, seems to be going even much smoother than last year, which went very well. But that's how we got involved. They asked us, and we talked about it and said, yeah, we'd be happy to be a part of it.
Street sweepers are #1! Oh, I love it. I'm telling you, it was too exciting. It was just so exciting. I really enjoyed it. Oh, I just can't imagine. I mean, we're all just nervous, and we don't want to watch, and yet we do want to watch. And there's a family with us, and there's friends, and we all usually get together. We play baseball together. We play on a basketball team together, and so this was just like another little incident that we've been, really trying really hard to work as a team. This is our first time for most of our little guys. I think maybe one of them been in it before. But that was why it was so exciting, because it's the first time we've been in it, and we've been wanting to do it for a long time, and we just thought they were ready to do it, I think.
Well, they actually played on the AAU team at the Boys and Girls Club. We have 2 different teams out here today. One is a 10 and under, and the other one's 11 and 12. And that's how we got together. We just split them up. The littler guys came down here, the bigger guys went up there.
We have a 1-point lead, guys. There's only 3 minutes left. Protect the ball, play good defense, no fouling, okay? All right, the team on 3.
1, 2, 3, team!
It's harder when the kids are playing because you can't do nothing. You biting your nails and everything, wanting the kids to do well. And when you're out here playing, you really don't think about it. It's just, get out there, have some fun. But the kids, it's not really fun for the parents, it's stressful. But, the kids have a good time, though. What's the score?
7-7.
How much time is left? How much time is left? Time out!
The tie game is probably a minute left in the game. 40 seconds, okay? We just got to stick together. Don't let missing 3-4 shots discourage you. You know you can make them. Keep going strong to the hole. Get the rebound, use the backboard. Everybody crash the board, regardless. If they get the rebound, they have got to take it back. They can't take it back up. That's why everybody needs to crash the board, okay? Lock your man out. Stay focused, okay?
Let's play tough D, okay? In the chest right now. It's our game, right? Defense on 3. They ended up 3-2 with the sportsmanship award. So they did pretty good. They took that last loss pretty hard, but, they wanted to win as bad as anybody, so.
The sportsmanship award is probably the biggest award that they give out in Gus Macker, NBA, college, or whatever. The sportsmanship award shows good sport, that you go out there, you play hard, you don't complain, whether you get the foul, whether you don't. So, I'm proud of these guys. They did a good job. They had no reason to hold their head down, because the best award to me, this team received that award, and that's the sportsmanship award.
Thank you for joining us for Making Conversation, a local program about local people. As one of the last locally owned television stations in central and western Illinois, we think it's important to provide our viewers with programs that highlight the unique aspects of our community. We want to hear what you think of this program. Call us at 800-232-3605. Email us at makingconversation@wsec.tv or write to us at the address on your screen. To order your VHS copy of Making Conversation, send 1995 to WSEC TV, Post Office Box 6248, Springfield, Illinois 62708. You may also order with your credit card by phone by calling 800-232-3605. Making Conversation, a local program about local people.
Somewhere in these waters lurks a monster, a terrifying one-ton creature that seems more dinosaur